Alright, someone commented, why didn't I simplify this fraction using difference of two squares? And the answer is I could have, and maybe I should have. However, I will say that most students don't practice this technique enough to be able to identify a question like this as difference of two squares. So normally the method of expanding each term out, collecting like terms, and then simplifying is a pretty safe method that I think most students can get. However, if I do solve this using difference of two squares, it probably is a little bit quicker. How I use my difference of two squares, or how I factorize using difference of two squares, is I square root my first term plus the square root of my second term, and I do the exact same thing, square root of the first term minus the square root of the second term. So if I square root a plus b squared, I'm going to wind up with, well, that is just going to be a plus b. And I'm going to add that to the square root of my second term. Well, the square root of a minus b all squared is just going to be a minus b. I'm now going to multiply that by, again, the square root of a plus b squared. That is going to be a plus b, and I'll put an extra bracket in here. And I'm going to change my plus into a minus sign. It is going to be a minus b. All of this is still going to be divided by a squared b squared. But now if I collect my like terms, I have a plus a. That is going to give 2a. And I have b minus b. So that's going to cancel out. I'm left with just 2a for my first bracket. If I look at my second bracket, a minus a is going to cancel out. And I'm left with b minus minus b. That gives b plus b, or 2 lots of b. All of this is still divided by a squared b squared. However, now if I do some cancelling, a divided by a, that's going to cancel out my power. B divided by b, also going to cancel out my square. So all I'm left with on the top is 2 multiplied by 2, which gives 4 divided by ab.